Travis Kelce, Pat Mahomes, and that house is being targeted by burglars. It's unfortunate. One thing that I've always heard from my unks, like CGA, is well, Kevin Samuels was always talking about how become a high value man this, high value man that. But the thing that I like even more than that is what Coach Greg Adams was saying, is that once you become that, now you become a high value target. So then a lot of things that I'm going to put out there, and hopefully we all can learn this together. But this is what one of the things that Coach always harps on is recognize that you're a high value target and protect yourself. Put parameters around everything so you can protect everything that you work for. Because that's the goal. The goal is to become high value, bring value to your network, to your circle, to your family, to everybody that you deal with, every situation that you walk into. But at the same time, you only have one life to live. And nobody should be able to take that from you. So this is just another story of once you make it, you become extremely successful. You get to the top of the mountain, and other people try to come for you.
We're going to turn now to the burglaries at the homes of Kansas City Chiefs stars Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. This morning, we're hearing from Mahomes about the break-in at his home, and Will Reeve is here with the story. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, Michael. This is one of the downsides to a public life on display here. Mahomes and Kelce clearly targeted within hours.
And that's another thing. As much as I have always wanted the success, I prefer the money. But this is the flip side of the fame, the notoriety, the money, the success, the being in the public eye. You become a target. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but this is it. Your address, your information is out there. People are trying to get at you.
Of each other last month, an investigation is underway.
This morning, superstar NFL quarterback Patrick Mahomes speaking out after a break-in at his home.
It's frustrating. It's disappointing. I can't get into too many of the details because the investigation is still ongoing, but obviously something that you don't want to happen to really anybody.
Last month, his home and Kansas City Chiefs teammate Travis Kelce's home were burglarized. According to police reports, on October 6th, just after midnight, 4 police officers were
And then it could be coincidence, or it could be that it was planned this way, that burglars were trying to break into these guys' homes, planning at the same time, in the same week, on the same day. I don't believe in coincidences, and this don't sound like a coincidence. This sounds planned. You don't just stumble across Patrick Mahomes in Travis Kelce's house. You just don't. You just don't. So for y'all that think you want to be famous and successful, I need you to listen to this.
Dispatched to a home in Belton, Missouri, just 20 miles outside of Kansas City.
This is going to be for all of the Super Bowl trophies.
The sprawling estate Mahomes recently built can be seen in the show The Quarterback on Netflix.
I'm here to be in Kansas City for the long term, and so I'm excited that I can say I'm a part of Chiefs Kingdom forever now, and that house kind of embodies that.
Police in Leawood, Kansas are also investigating a break-in from October 7th at an address that matches where Kansas City tight end Travis Kelce lives. According to the police, the burglar caused $1,000 worth of damage and stole $20,000 in cash. The police report listing 2 crimes: burglary of a dwelling and criminal damage to property.
That Kelce break-in happening while the Chiefs were hosting the New Orleans Saints on Monday Night Football. And Kelce has talked about having to move and otherwise step up security since he's been with Taylor Swift. This is an issue for people.
Yeah. It makes no sense, man. It makes no sense. And just let you know that it's just an evil world. It's an evil, trifling world that you can work all your life. We're talking about waking up early in the morning, running sprints, running miles and miles and miles and miles, water, Gatorade, massages, chiropractic care, the sweating, the long practices, the 2-a-day practices during the heat of the summer. Because most of the time they start in spring training, then the summer, and learning all the plays, building chemistry with the football players. And I'm not just talking about in the NFL, I'm talking about from Pee-wee, I'm talking about flag, middle school, high school, college, then pros. So that's 15, 16 years. Because I think he's like 34, 35. Pat Mahomes is like 26. So we'll say 12, 14 years of straight football every year. The lifting, bench pressing, squats, deadlift, pulled muscles, torn ACLs, strained muscles, pinched nerves, busted shoulders, strained hamstrings, being off the field, having a rehab, coming back, being in the locker room, dealing with people who hating because you work harder. Genetically, you were more gifted. You put it all together. You were more consistent. You put in your 10,000 hours worth of work. You stuck with it from an early age. You worked hard. You get your college scholarship. You go there, you not only work hard on the field, but you work hard in the classroom. You network with the right people. Your coaches like you. The recruiters think that you got what it takes to, not recruiters, but NFL scouts, think you got what it takes because you putting out, you entertaining, because that's what they are. The NFL players are entertainers. They on the field, they entertaining, they doing what they supposed to do. They handling business, and they making it look sexy when they smacking and hitting and running and catching and doing everything that it is that they need to do. Then you get drafted. Then you get your money. And of course, you're going to make some mistakes with your money because that's the first time that you done came into that type of money before in your life. But then ultimately you get your wits about you when it comes to money and finances and everything like that. Then you change your whole family's future. Not only your current family, but your kids' future off of that money. Then you start your businesses. Then you get you a nice house. Now you that dude. You that guy. You've been that guy, but now you on top of the world. The world is your office. And you get your own house, whether you done built the house or whether you rent the house. All your bills paid up. Your girlfriend a superstar, Taylor Swift, talented guitar player, can sing, songwriter, great business acumen, handles her business. Relatively good girl, relatively decent looking. I still get that neck. But I'm saying, you done did everything that you supposed to do right up until this point. For this to happen, for someone to break into your house and steal from you, someone who came from a bad family situation, might have been touched on, parents might have told them, you ugly and you look like E.T. Was lazy, didn't want to put in the work, didn't have any direction in their life, whether it's because of their parents or whether because they might have had every opportunity in the world and they turned down every opportunity or just didn't do what they were supposed to do. All through their life, just drifting. It's a book that you need to read called Interviews with the Devil, where the guy is interviewing the devil and he's asking the devil all kinds of questions like, hey, is this your world? Hey, what are the type of people that you're looking for? The type of people that he's looking for are young people and people who have no or do not have any direction in life. So you one of those drifters. That's what the devil called him. You one of those drifters in life who doesn't have any clue to what it is that you're trying to do with your life. And you just looking for a lick. You looking for somebody to finesse. You just looking for somebody that you can come up off. And you just so happen to stumble across Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, who did every single thing right up until this point, and they gonna continue to do everything right. People who have bought into major league teams and they're part owners. People who have superstar girlfriends, living a rock star life, traveling all over the world. Their famous girlfriend comes to their games. They not even paying attention to the game because they paying attention to the girl because the girl goddamn more famous than the man playing on the field of which game that she decided to come to. Ain't nothing but jealousy, envy, and it's an evil world. And it don't make no sense, man. People need to get their stuff together, man. People need to get their stuff together. All right. So a couple ways to keep yourself safe when it comes to these burglaries and people trying to come up off you. So the vast majority of criminals try to avoid risky situations, and they definitely prefer easy targets with a low risk reward ratio. But then there are some who will try to come up off of a Travis Kelce or Patrick Mahomes. Thus, all you have to do is give them the impression that your home is not worth giving a try. There are approximately 1.4 million burglaries, and that says it comes from the Department of Justice. Let's see if this website is legit. Yes, it is legitimate. Burglary. So what do we define burglary as? The unlawful entry of a structure to commit a felony or theft. To classify an offense as a burglary, the use of force to gain entry need not have occurred. The UCR program has 3 subclassifications for burglary: forcible entry, unlawful entry where no force is used, and attempted forcible entry. The UCR definition of structure includes an apartment, barn, house trailer, or houseboat when used as a permanent dwelling, office, railroad car, but not automobile, stable, or vessel. All right, let's go back. All right, a couple ways to keep yourself safe from burglars. Make sure burglars can't hide around your home. Bad guys like to work hidden from everyone's eyes. Therefore, houses surrounded by big bushes and extensive vegetation attract burglars like a magnet and are more in danger. So what can you do? Keep bushes trimmed back, remove clutter in your yard, and make sure the surroundings of your windows and doors are not hidden and are clearly visible. You are even more likely to deter burglars if you install convex security mirrors to make blind spots visible. If you want some vegetation under your windows, choose thorny bushes that will make crooks think twice before they approach the windows. By creating large open spaces around your home, you can make intruders' lives considerably harder because they will have a much higher chance of being noticed by someone. Let's try this. All right. Install a real or a dummy security camera. Actually, no, let's keep it like this. All right. Security cameras can indeed deter burglars, especially if you don't have crooks. If you don't give crooks a chance to have a closer look at the model type, so they can't figure out how to deactivate it. How can you achieve this? Make sure you install an ultra wide angle camera with night vision. Most burglars will know they're better off not approaching your home. Otherwise, they'll be recorded. Don't have illusions. Some of them won't be deterred by a security camera, but at least you can significantly reduce the threat. Da, da, da. You may not want to spend your money on a real security camera, and that's okay. A dummy security camera can serve as an effective visual deterrent, with the obvious disadvantage of not being capable of recording everything. Use a fake home security system sign or a sticker. Most home security where am I? Are subscription based, therefore they come with a monthly cost. If you can afford it, go ahead and install one. They're without doubt effective, but unfortunately not cost effective. If you're on a budget and want to deter burglars, using a fake security system sign or a sticker often can be powerful enough to spook them. Again, like in the case of a dummy camera, it's important to choose a sign and not a decal that's not popular and can't be recognized by burglars as a fake one. Pro tip, create your own unique security system, sticker, or sign. If you don't know how to use image editing software, you can have it designed for a few bucks online. Install an outdoor motion sensor light. Criminals love dark spots. Those are the places where they can hide and remain unnoticed. While most of the burglaries in the U.S. occur during the day, it's important to reduce the risk of a nighttime intrusion as well. And that's an example of one type of motion sensor light. Keep your car keys next to your bed while sleeping. Sometimes criminals break into your house at night when you're at home and sleeping. If you don't have a reliable alarm system, nothing will deter them when they get in. It's not always advisable to come face to face with intruders, especially if you're alone. So how can you spook them? If you're woken up by strange noises, just press the alarm button on your car's keychain. That will most likely discourage invaders in the safest way possible without having to confront them. Quick tip. The bedroom is the first place where burglars start searching, so make sure you never hide a safe or any valuable items there. Instead, try these secret hiding places. Let's see what it is. In the attic. Behind a hidden door. Who has a hidden door in their house? Under stair treads. In a diversion safe, hide your valuables in plain sight. In the wall. In the floor. Behind a secret mirror. In a fake air vent, wall outlet, or shelf safe. Under the cupboard. In a bucket of cat litter. Inside a wall clock. Places you should avoid when hiding your safe and valuables. Drawers, closets, cabinets, and boxes without modifications under the kitchen counter, freezer, toilet tank, child's room, vases and pots, jewelry box, laundry baskets, purses, under the mattress or inside the bed. Let's see, where am I? How to deter burglars when you're not at home. Pretend someone is. Your property is the most vulnerable to intruders when there is nobody at home, i.e. Travis and Patrick. As I've already mentioned, the majority of burglaries happen during the day. When most people are at their workplace, Therefore, it's critical that burglars never realize that there is no one inside your house or apartment. So, how can you deter burglars when you're at work or on vacation, pretending you're at home? It's one of the best ways to scare crooks away because the least they want is to meet with the owner. If you'll be away for just a few hours, leave the TV on and turn up the radio so that it can be heard from outside. You can also leave the vacuum or the mop bucket in the middle of the room. If burglars look through the window, they'll believe that someone's there cleaning the floor. If you're away for a longer time, use multiple timers that randomly turn on and off the lights, TV and radio. Never just simply turn on the lights and leave them on constantly because that can draw burglars' attention. Your goal is to make your home look lived in so that invaders choose another less risky target. Don't forget to ask someone to empty your mailbox and remove flyers and newspapers from your doorstep. Regularly, if you let them accumulate, it can be suspicious and crooks will think that there's no one at home. However, it's important that you do not hold your mail. Burglars can easily spot if mail is not delivered to your house for several days. If it's winter, ask someone to leave tracks in the snow. Untouched snow is a sign of no one being at home and will call invaders' attention in no time. Also, ask someone to keep your lawn mowed and maintain your yard while you're away. Never post the exact date of your absence in your vacation photos on social media until you return home. By the way, if you suspect that someone has been in your house while you were away, here's how to detect the signs. Look for traces outside the house. Inspect the door lock and jab carefully. Inspect your windows and curtains. Look for footprints inside the dwelling. Check the position of your belongings and items. Search for fingerprints on dusty objects. Check the lights. Ask the neighbors. If you have a security camera installed, check the footage. Set up door traps. Take photos of your home. Use a mat on which the footprints remain. Install Wi-Fi motion sensor. Scatter tiny pieces of paper. Install a door sensor. All right. So back to install a grade 1 deadbolt. Now, if you get someone like Jelly Roll, they gonna kick that hole in. Improves Windows security. So, like for example, double glazed windows. You could also install window security locks or bars. Reinforce your window glass by covering it with a protective film. And you can also use security screens. Keep a guard dog or pretend you have one. Deter burglars with a video doorbell. So ring doorbell. Join your local neighborhood watch or start one. And we just want you to be safe. So that is why I went down that rabbit hole.